Yo, what's good? We are here with another Pandas predictions. I'm a bit late on this one. I'm gonna try to get this video out as quickly as possible as I can for you guys. The brackets obviously are already out. I'm trying to make or upload the video before any matches have been played, or at least before I've seen any of the results of the matches, so that it's not, so that it's fair prediction. It's not nothing that I'm cheating on or whatever. But the car list, if you're not already aware of the car list, I did send it to the Discord. I won't be putting it in a video. If you need it, then I guess I'll just put it in the description of this as well. But yeah, the car list is already out. I sent it to Autocycle. He's not in the Discord, but everyone else is and should know the cars. Alright, other than that, we are gonna jump right into the predictions because King L.F.1 is looking like one of those tourneys, man. It's looking like one of them. So here we have the official bracket, just made, poorly made, but fuck it, we got a bracket. Who cares, right? We got a graphic at least. We're working with something. So for the first match up here, we have Autocycle versus Stolen. Autocycle made his debut in the last tournament where he faced off against Moth. I think it was. I think it was Moth, and it went 3 games. He ended up just going 1-2, being eliminated in the first round, but still a very, very good performance. He is ranked 9th all-time and going against Stolen, who is ranked 5th all-time. And I'm going to say that I got Stolen winning this match. This is going to be hella close, though. These are going to be some close-ass matchups. But I got Stolen winning this one 2-1. I got him winning it 2-1. Let me make this a bit smaller, can we? Okay, we can. Perfect. I got Stolen winning this one and advancing. I really don't know their playstyles against each other, but Stolen has beaten Dundee. He's got a game off Dundee, and that speaks for itself, I feel like. So my prediction for that matchup right there in the best of 3 will be Stolen taking the victory over Autocycle. Move down here to Sid versus Spotless 2, the rematch from the very first run where Spotless took that victory. He hasn't played a tournament since then, but neither has Sid. So these are both of these competitors' returns to the 1v1 tournaments here. And what better person to return against than you know, someone else who hasn't played in the same amount of time that you has, at least in competitive 1v1s. I don't know if they've played just casual games, but prediction wise, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I got this one also going to 3, but I got Spotless winning this one 2-1. So if these predictions are right, then this is going to be one hell of a close first round here with these games so far, at least. Oh yeah, let me type him in. I didn't even type Stone's name in here for the advancement and go into the next round. Boom, boom. Here we go. And as always, the names on the top, which are the names in yellow this time. Yellow names will be choosing class and PI, and white names will be choosing the map for your rounds. I'm pretty sure all of you know that already. I've seen you guys discussing it. I've peeked into the Discord chat. So you guys, I mean, it's pretty simple by this point. We're on our 4th one. I'm glad that you all have gotten the hang of it. And yeah, let me type in Spotless as well while I'm here. So the second round will be Stolen Spotless. That's what I want to see. Old silver teammates going at it in a best of 3 1v1. That's gonna be something to watch. But before we get there, let's go on to Moth versus Spec 3, the 3rd installment of this little, I don't know if you want to call it a rivalry, because a rivalry, no, you know what, actually I disagree with that. I don't think that a rivalry is necessarily supposed to be even. I mean, it helps when it's even, when it's back and forth, but I think a rivalry just means somebody that you constantly play against. It could be a one-sided rivalry, but it's still by definition a rivalry nonetheless. That being said, I don't think Moth has figured out the answers to Spec yet. I mean, no one really has. No one has beaten him in a series yet. He has taken losses. He's 21-2 overall, but I think a lot of those wins came at the expense of Moth. So no disrespect, Moth. You're an amazing player. You would beat me on any day. Oh wait, why did I type in Moth? I meant to type in a 2. Sorry there. Ooh, whoa, getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Here we go here. Give Moth a fat 0. Don't hate me, please, Moth. Don't hate me, please. Hey, I want you to prove me wrong. I want everyone to always prove me wrong. Make me eat my words. But, Spec in this first round will be eating a fat W, as I predict him to defeat Moth yet again in their third match off against each other here. Should probably have spaced this off a bit more because it looks a bit too close now that I'm looking at it. But either way, we are going to move on now to Dundee versus Tim. What a hell of a first round matchup. This match has not yet happened in my 1v1 tournaments. I think they played some exhibition matches. I'm not sure who has the head-to-head record there, but as far as the all-time records go, Tim is 8-7 and Dundee is 2-4. Dundee, I think just his record is a product of the opponents that he's had to go against, one of them being Stolen, so you can say there was some controversy there, but nonetheless, he bounced back in his next tournament and was the first person ever to take a win off of Spec. And then the second person to do it was, you guessed it, Top Gear Tim. So he is going to be in for one hell of a matchup here. And it's tough. It is very, very tough. But I probably got, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. It's going to go 3 games. That's for sure. It's going to go 3 games. Dundee's a tough opponent. Tim's a tough opponent. I think it's going to come down to counter picks in this. I was peeking in the chat. Anyone can peek in the chat, so I'm not really giving anything away here. But I saw that Dundee prefers to play in the same cars. I'm not sure how much that will last in the series, because counter picks can play a big role. But I gotta throw one out. I gotta throw it out here. I'm gonna say Dundee. I'm gonna say Dundee wins it 2-1. I think he's going to. Not that he wasn't taking it seriously before, because I know he takes most of the things that he enters seriously, especially when he's playing against high caliber players. So I think this will be the time that we see Dundee get out the first. He hasn't made it out the first round yet, hasn't he? I don't think so. No, he hasn't. And like I said, a product of his opponents. But either way, I got Dundee advancing to the second round to yet again face off against Spec. I guess we can call that a mini rivalry if it actually happens as well, because he was the first person to defeat Spec, as I stated earlier. But let's move on to the second round, and what hell of a second round this would be. As far as storylines go, I'm a sucker for storylines. Tim knows this. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but now you do. I am a sucker for storylines that write themselves. Stolen and Spotless, two of the best partners in King right now, in my opinion at least. They surprised the hell out of me. I don't think they surprised Tim, because Tim was playing with you guys beforehand, but as far as a duo goes, you guys surprised the hell out of me, and rightfully so. Earned all my respect and showed me that there is a different beast out there when it comes to you King players. So head to head now. You know what, I was gonna say it's hard for me to choose, but I think I got a confident pick in this one, and it's only because Spotless has kind of had a small hiatus from the 1v1 tournaments. But I'm gonna say Stolen advances. I am gonna say Stolen advances to the finals here to go up against either Spec or Dundee, obviously, which we will get to. But I do think this will go 3 games. I do think that they know each other well enough to adapt from game to game and use counter picks against each other, know the other's weakness, know what map the other is going to be weak against or weak at. So I kind of want to add a fucking line or some shit here. Just so, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Let me not stall out right here. But if my predictions are correct, this will be the end of Spotless's run at the hands of Stolen, and not anything wrong with that at all. Stolen, an amazing competitor. He's the first person to defeat Dundee and first person to knock him out of these 1v1 tournaments here. So Stolen in the finals is my prediction for the top half of the brackets here in King L.F.1. And now for the bottom 2 here, Spec versus Dundee in the second round. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I thought Dundee Tim was hard, man. If Dundee is coming off of a win against Tim and he's got some momentum on his side versus Spec, who's coming off a win against someone who I don't want to say he doesn't have to try against Moth, because you have to try against every single person you play against. But with the previous knowledge that he has on how to beat Moth, I don't think he's gonna struggle as much as, not that Dundee's gonna struggle, but I don't think it's gonna be as hard for him to advance as it's gonna be for Dundee. And when you're coming off a big win against Tim, like, it's only gonna get harder because Spec is your opponent. But you know, at least you got somebody close in caliber to that skill level under your belt. That being said, it's hard. This is actually hard because something in me is telling me that this is gonna be the tournament where Spec gets eliminated at the hands of Dundee. But another part of me just feels like you can't bet against somebody who's 3-0 in these tournaments. We've only had 3 tournaments, and there's only been one person to have won each and every one of them. So it's hard. It's hard, man. I don't know. My gut is telling me Dundee, but my brain and the statistics are telling me Spec. So you know what? I'm just gonna go with the statistic. I'm gonna go with the records, and I'm just gonna play it that way. I'm gonna say that Spec advances yet again to the finals here, beats Dundee 2-1. Cause I don't think Dundee is. I don't think he's playing around. I don't think he's playing around no more. All right. I think he's here to try his best to get an actual championship here. And if anybody's gonna win it that isn't Spec, it's gonna be Dundee, in my opinion, and then Tim. But who knows? Stolen. Hey, Stolen defeated Dundee. So if Dundee defeats Spec somehow, then goes into the finals against Stolen, that's another storyline that just wrote itself. So very interesting stuff there. Very interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and write Spec in. Make that 24, shall we? I hope this is on the screen, by the way. I think the display is up. It should be. If it's not, I'm gonna be pissed that I have to fucking do this all over again. But it should be up, though. It should be up. But this is our projected finals. Well, my projected finals. Let me rewrite that in there because I don't like the way it looks. Didn't like the way that looks. But yeah, projected finals: Spec versus Stolen. I don't think these two have played each other in 1v1s yet. No, they have not. But I think after coming off a battle against, either Dundee or Tim, that Spec is just gonna have crazy momentum on his side going against those players. And Stolen, I mean, if this is accurate and he goes to a game 3 with both of his previous opponents, he's gonna have a lot of momentum and adrenaline on his side as well. And that's for some reason that's assuming that this all gets done in like 2 or 3 days. But over the course of a week, I mean, that momentum probably is not even gonna matter because it'll be a whole 2 or 3 days post their previous matches. So who knows? Who knows? I know what my prediction is, and that is, oh wait, the finals are best of 5, so I think this one here, I hate feeling like I'm slandering people, man. I really do. But just know that if I were in any of these tournaments where I make predictions, I would absolutely predict myself to lose in the first fucking round. So don't feel like I'm slandering any names here. All of y'all are better than me. I'd say that shit a million times. It's no slander. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm talking and I'm typing, and that was incorrect. I got Stolen not winning a game here. I love you, Stolen. I do. But you're gonna have to steal a victory, pun entirely intended, if you want to compete against Spec here. You're gonna have to use some counter picks. Everyone here, I want everyone to get more into using counter picks. We got that. We got a lot more in final lap. But I want to see even more. I want to see even more. I want to see you guys use your opponent's weaknesses to your advantage. Know what their tendencies are. Know what their play style is. Know what maps counter their play style, and use that to the best of your ability. But here are your Panda predictions for King L.F.1, which stands for King Lives Forever. And it does. I mean, I've been playing it for over a decade now. Tim has been doing the same as well, and it has never died. It's lost its heartbeat, but it wasn't dead. We brought it back to life a bunch of times, and we're here doing it again. So I'm excited to see what happens here. I hope that this video is out before any games are played. If not, it's no big deal because I know that I didn't see any results prior to me making this. So there it is. I'll be sending this to the Discord once the video was uploaded. And yeah, good luck in King LF1, guys. Peace out.